a couple of questions about the water situation that you're talking about tonight. If I understood correctly, what the plan is right now is that we are not going to drill the wells that were originally talked about, that was going to use the ARP money, for the cost. And that's what, $600,000 or $700,000 that we were estimating. So the plan now is we're temporarily buying water. We're temporarily buying what we had previously years ago sold. But the long-term plan, permanent plan for Source is to bid out buying water. We're going to get bids of what people would sell water to us for, correct?
Well, this is kind of where it gets difficult, because we, under the citizens' comments part, they're really not supposed to interact or answer.
I understand that,
anything you
but
want to say.
an administrative report is an agenda item. I'm not asking for action, I'm asking a question brought up by your administrative report. I don't believe that fits into just public comment. If you choose not to answer me, then I will assume my own answer, because that's what you're presenting as a permanent solution. So the next question was going to be, if we do this, somebody's gonna make a bid and say, I'll sell you water for X number of whatever, widgets, if you will, for so many gallons or barrels or whatever, thingamadoochies we're buying. So how are we going to estimate what that cost is going to be, and how are we going to pay for it? You're going out for bids, you're fixing to publish for bids, and I haven't heard a word from anybody about how we're gonna pay for it. Oh, yeah, we've got some grant money that we're writing. How much? How much have we got to spend? Where's it gonna come from? How long is it gonna last us? I understand you're getting bids, but gentlemen and madam, there's an awful lot of questions that are not being answered.
We're in a very, very early planning stage. So the questions you're asking now are things we had planned to address, but we hadn't had an opportunity to address, because we're gonna take care of the temporary situation now. And I believe council, and I'm not speaking for council, but as our water needs drop off in September, our goal is to start planning with engineers and designing what that's gonna look like. So there's nothing written in stone.
I understand that, but here's the problem. You say we don't have those answers, and we don't have even really the questions yet to be asked. But here's the problem. For the last 5 or 6 years, we have heard about the water's going. Those of us that have been here long enough, we've been hearing it for 20 years. And let's face it, we all ignored it. We're gonna have the Ogallala forever. But here's the other problem. And I really plead with you tonight. There has not been enough detail, and I urge the press to please, as they traditionally do in this country, step up and ask the hard questions. There has not been enough disclosure over the years to let the public know what got us here. I've sat through these meetings before, and you know it. I've heard the administrative reports before, and you know it. And you better than I know what I'm talking about. Example, lately, and certainly, please, newspaper, radio, I am not picking on you, I'm using it as, if I missed it, my deepest apologies. But I don't think the draft contingency plan was ever published in its entirety at one time in any edition. If it was, my deepest apologies. But I will tell you that I spent the weekend going through every Seminole Sentinel edition from February the 14th, 2022 until recently. I didn't find it. If I missed it, my abject apologies. So everybody says, oh my God, where did Save 4 come from? Oh my God, where did 60 days come from? They haven't seen it. Now, they may not have read it, but that wouldn't be your fault. So my point is with that is, please, as we move forward to these new phases, please make sure that we at least have the opportunity to know. Now, if we don't read it, and we don't pay any attention to it, then you can say, hey, we did our part. You're just being a dummy. And that's my issue right now. Yes, I've got questions and I'll be back.
Sure.
God forbid.
Hope you are. And I hope it
Now,
rains, you'll
Mr.
have to
Belcher,
come back.
now, Mr. Mayor, I am very well aware that sometimes when I walk in the room, the people go, oh my God, she's back. That's okay. Spent 40 years building that reputation.
Proud of it.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
I worked hard for that.
Yes, you did.
But that's what I would say tonight, is an opportunity to say to you, please, 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 give us more than we've gotten in the past. And reiterate it a few times. I think if I'm correct, the first contingency plan probably appeared a minimum of 5 years ago or more, because, oh my God, we let it expire. I don't want to be collectively in that way, because it wasn't me, but it was somebody, and y'all know that. Okay, so 5 years ago, if I saw it, I didn't read it. If I did, I don't remember it. So every once in a while, I think us dummies again. But that's mine for tonight. I'll see you soon.
And I will speak to the council on this. We've made an extremely, a huge effort to be transparent with this whole thing. The drought contingency plan, it was posted to be discussed in our meetings. And you know as well as I do, that nobody shows up to those. Except for tonight. And you used your 5 minutes very well, very
Thank
well.
you.
But yes, but we don't have a problem at all.
You
We're gonna
don't
be
have
as
a
transparent
website?
as we can be.
You
We're
don't
working
have
on,
a-
we're working on that. We
We're
have found, we're getting off topic. We need
I
to stay on
understand,
topic.
but you're not, because here's the deal.
We don't have.
This young man has come in here and there's language my mother would flip over if she heard me say. He's walked into it. There is a lot of things we're working on, and for that I'm extremely grateful. Water is critical and we know it. But as you do it now, transparency, Mr. Mayor, I know there may have been efforts, but I cannot totally agree that in the past it's been totally transparent. I'm not saying anything that this choir hadn't already had preached at it. So, all I'm asking you is, I want this young man to succeed in this town.
Okay.
I know you do, or you wouldn't have hired him. But we've got to get the community behind him and behind what you're planning for water. And if we don't do it by overly extending our transparency, we won't get there.
Thank you, Ms. Erickson.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Told you a long time ago, I'd never shut you down. You can speak, so.
And I told you a long time ago you never would be able to.
You know, you gotta give up trying.
Yeah, you tried.